Hey everyone! Hey there, it's Brave Bear, and welcome to the Infinity War boss battle live show wrap up thing. That whatever this is. Hi.
Who's Brave?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm a loser. I already failed.
Maria.
You said
Maria,
I had
what's
an assignment earlier, but I didn't understand the assignment apparently.
Okay.
What is this thing?
Okay,
So-
hi, I'm Maria. Take 2. It's fine. I'm fine. We're fine. How are you?
I want to say, Maria, thank you so much for showing up because Fury's decided he's not dealing with this apparently. So
according to
have we gotten a hold of him?
No, well, I texted him and asked him where he was. Apparently, he has off-world problems.
He would have those on my one day off.
Right. No, like I literally haven't had a day off since New York.
I just would like him to.
That was 6 years ago.
Putting me in charge.
So
We're over New York, right? Because that was 6 years ago, and some of us have changed.
Not too much.
I have not, and neither has my schedule.
You can
Thor.
Impressive leader now, Nick.
You will
Thor,
still stab me in the back if you have a chance, you know.
Okay, so you're not vouching for your brother Thor.
He's adopted.
Okay.
So who gave Loki the link to this thing? The last time I checked, he was like raining things down from space, portals, shit. You know.
Get over it.
I'm going to assume that a whole bunch of character growth has happened in the time that I have been dealing with.
There have been a number of
everything
plays
that's
about
happened over the last few years.
it. We even got Matt Damon to.
He had an arc.
Right? We're going.
What about Matt Damon?
Oh, we even got him to play to show just how much I've changed.
We got to do get help.
Yeah,
That's
get
fine.
help. Come on.
Yes, we do need to go get help.
We need.
Have you seen what is in the sky right now?
Well, I was brought here. I was brought here because I heard there was a story that needed to be performed, and I didn't know if any of you were up to the task.
Yes, he's quite theatrical.
Again, my day off, I was out in the middle of a jog when I get this text from Fury being like, hey, listen, there's a giant purple grape attacking the world. I need you on duty. So, and unfortunately, since saving the world is our job, I can't say no.
Maria Hill, I remember almost crushing you in a cavern full of rocks in a Jeep. Is there anything we need to do before I'm allowed to perform for you?
Perform.
Okay. So I would like to know how everyone has been doing the past couple weeks because there's been a lot of things thrown at you. I just want to know, like, what did you actually get done? What did you read? What books did you actually read?
Oh, that's a good question.
Did you read things?
Unfortunately, I don't have an assistant to keep track of those things because Fury refuses to assign me one. So give me a minute.
I'm only one person, guys. I'm only one person.
I totally respect that and understand that. Yeah.
I heard there were some challenges and events that needed completing, but unfortunately, I failed to do so because of my priorities are not in order. So I got pretty far, but I didn't quite complete them. I'm in the middle of the last Stark Guardians challenge event, and that is
definitely not the Discord. That's my yoga app. Yoga was next after my jog. Let me see. I got to, I think, the second to last Stark. Yes, I got all the way to event 11. I was able to get through that far, and then, got the text from my boss. So.
Did you guys know that it actually is super time consuming being like just the god of mischief and dropping new challenges all the time?
Oh, it's exhausting for you.
Absolutely.
Isn't it?
I can see how that would be really time consuming and make it hard to participate. Yeah.
I have to be so spontaneous.
Excuses.
I mean, since I am an organized planner and actually, kept on top of things, I actually read 3 books and finished all the challenges. So
Nice.
I read
Would
3
be
books.
the assistant.
I finished my 2 books
Oh,
that
well,
I had to
dealing
come
with
up with.
Fury.
I was busy trying to keep my brother in line, and I only read the 1 book. It was good. I want another one.
A book is a book is a book.
It is a good book. I read that book. Thor. That's one of the ones I read.
2.
Very
I read
good.
2.
Very good.
I read Dark Rise and I read Land, which we've all heard about. So
Oh, is that the one that you were talking about in the Loki? Why were you reading that?
I just wanted to know what the planet might have had to offer.
Is this part of your growth arc? You're trying to learn a little bit more about oppressive systems?
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what? I shouldn't take all of Midgard from the people. The people should be left some of Midgard, but I do lay claim to Scandinavia.
Like,
okay. I mean, they worship you there anyway, so.
I finished The Nature of Witches, a poetry collection called I Find You in the Darkness, and I started Queen of Air and Darkness. So
nice.
I'm pretty happy with that.
I finished Apple in the Middle, which we've already seen from Thor. I finished Not Your Idol, Volume 1, which was one of my NetGalley November picks. And then I also finished my second NetGalley November pick, which was The Last She, which may have gotten one of the first half stars I gave out. Like, legitimate half stars.
Nice.
So.
Not bad. Brianna, what'd you read?
I read Firekeeper's Daughter. I read A Psalm of Storms and Silence. And what else did I read? Iron Widow.
Nice. That's a good lineup.
I know, right?
Loki, is that a good book?
That's Iron Widow.
I don't think I've ever seen the God of Mist just get that excited about something that wasn't causing chaos.
Oh, but it is chaos. That book is.
It is chaos. It is a very chaotic book. Yeah.
Let's take a look at what some of our friends read.
And then I think I'm about halfway through All the Feels.
Christy and the Snobs is a fantastic title.
Right?
It really is, though. That's a great title. Somebody deserves an award for that. Nice.
Sounds like
my God, Taya. Or is it Tia?
Not all read more books than me. I only had 3 books in my lineup, and one of them was poetry.
Your one book was like 9,000 pages.
That's true.
And it was a choice.
Still not done it.
Especially since you knew what the challenges were going to be.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, but I knew that I didn't have to finish both books to complete the challenges, though. Otherwise, I would not have picked it. Yeah. And it pushed me to actually read it and not put it off. Because I wanted to put it off because I'm behind on my reading goal for the year.
I feel like we should get a reward for finishing both books.
Okay, director.
Holy moly. I'm going to need you to put in your application because we need you on this team. I have a spot for you. My God. You're getting a promotion. Oh, wait, the Bronze Beast. That's the new Roshni Chakshi book, right? How was it? Christine, I understand. Loki, I understand why you would have hated that book, but I enjoyed it. Oh my God, how was Daughter of the Deep? That's on my never-ending TBR. Maybe I'll get to it before the end of the year. Maybe I won't.
Laura loved it too.
Okay. Oh, someone started Lore.
Ooh.
Royal Holiday is very good.
I have that on my shelves now. Lore. I got it in, when Barnes & Noble has that.
You should also put in your application for a promotion. I feel like we can use you.
Brother, I think they're aiming
currently.
Y'all are
Brother, I think they're aiming to usurp us. They're aiming to remove the Asgardians from the team.
I mean, if they would like to be the one that Fury texts at 7 a.m. in the morning to say, hey, come save New York, it's fine.
Save New York from who?
We could use a vacation.
We could definitely use a vacation. I could also use some help. Because again, I get to do all this without an assistant.
Y'all read some good books.
Yeah. You know what? That's the most important thing. It's not the villains we stop. It's the books we read along the way.
Check out what fantasy and fiction read.
Check out what?
What fantasy and fiction read.
Iron Widow.
Yayo.
The best book you could read.
The best book
you read? It's been a stressful day. I hear you had a close call a little bit earlier, so I understand if words aren't working as well as you'd like.
Yes, thank you.
Oh.
Good book. House of Hades. Babysitter's Club.
It's so fun to read.
So I literally barely, as in like right before we jumped on for the hour before, finished my 2 hours that I had to do.
Nice.
For the last one, because I used Stormbreaker to top it. Or no, I used Elena to take off 2 hours, and I had 4 hours total. So I legitimately barely finished all the challenges.
I was listening to my audiobook while I was getting my nails done today.
Yeah,
I was thinking about using some, superpowers to get me to where I needed to be, and then I looked at the amount of work that just got landed on my plate and decided that wasn't happening. Also, I have a new hyperfixation, so that was fun.
The Sound of Stars, yes. Let's go.
Ooh, The Sound of Stars.
We approve.
I think that's referring to Daughters of the Deep, is that had a satisfying ending.
That is always good to hear. A satisfying ending can make up for a crappy book a little bit more. So even if the book itself wasn't good, even if the book itself isn't good, at least if a good ending.
I agree. You can trick me with a good twist. I can be like, this whole book is so good.
I've had books that were like solid 3 stars, and the way the ending brought everything together, I was like, oh, this is a 5-star.
I finished Psalm of Storms and Silence, and I honestly the whole time I was like, this is mediocre, it's fine. But then the ending, and I was like, oh, this is good.
I think that's being promoted.
Is watching over my shoulder. She says she read 5 books and did all the challenges.
Wow.
Awesome.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Well, there's one challenge in particular that went the way I wanted it to go.
Oh.
Which challenge was that?
Like a certain never-ending story.
Oh, I've heard of that book. Is it good?
Iron Widow.
Oh, I meant the Team Wakanda story.
Is it Team Wakanda story?
Would you like me to perform? Are we ready for my performance?
I think we're almost there.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Maria will let you know. Loki, you need to be patient.
Not a strong suit.
No, the bronzed beast was the one with the satisfying ending. Okay, that makes me less worried about it.
I did have to use 2 rewards in the end. I used one to skip. I used I can't remember which one I had previously used to either Star-Lord or Fury. I had one left, so I used the other one to skip the 300-page or 150-page. And then I used Yelena to chop the 2 hours off. But other than that, I didn't.
How did you get a hold of Yelena, Mariah? I couldn't find her. Maria, sorry. I was watching Pride and Prejudice all night.
Well, that's why. She's not in that.
Probably why he's
not explains it. Okay.
I think Florence Pugh would do really well though in Pride and Prejudice.
So Loki, you
Darcy
about a story that you had to share. I would love to hear it. I like stories, and I think you're really dramatic, so I think you would be the perfect person to
help
us learn.
Are you ready? As promised.
I think one of the dogs wants the story read as well.
As promised, here's the Team Wakanda story. When Bucky and Sam were reunited in Wakanda, they hugged passionately and kissed under the sunset.
Oh my God.
While the team looked on in amusement and happiness, it was a moment they had all been waiting for. And then suddenly, there was a loud noise in the distance. Boom. Was it Thanos or someone else breaking through the barrier? Sam decides to fly overhead and get a view of what it could be. Yes, the story does involve tense changes. It's very new and a new trend in
It's
literature.
good tactical sense, though. Like, get a bird's eye view.
Bucky took off after him, worried that something might happen when their happily ever after was so close. Looks like some kind of giant bug, Sam called to Bucky down on the ground below. Try and get a closer look, but be careful, Bucky calls back. Sam gave a tiny smile at Bucky's concern for him before speeding up to peer at the mysterious bug-like thing. Landing back in front of Bucky, Sam reports, "It looks like an unholy cross between a beetle and a spider. In other words, disgusting. But the joints on the legs look vulnerable, so should we try and take it out?" Bucky asked before adding, "Together?" "There's no other way I'd want to do it," Sam replied. "Looks like we're moonlighting as bug exterminators today." "Oh, goody," said Bucky. Sam sighed, questioning his relationship choices. Why? But then, when they got up close to the bug, they realized it was just Banner, hulked out in his Halloween costume. "I knew my costume was good, but I didn't think it good enough to have a newly reunited couple almost attack," said Banner. "Awesome costume, but warn someone next time, seriously," Bucky said. "Well, I told Tony I was stuck, but he sent Peter to help." Glares at Peter. "But Peter thought it would be more fun to tangle me in a web." Bucky and Sam look at each other and roll their eyes. Peter pops out from beneath Hulk, laughing. Then, where beneath Hulk? Then, Peter, continuing to laugh, shoots web, managing to form a cocoon around Sam and Bucky, who can now do nothing but stare into each other's eyes.
I love the way you're
Oh
reading
my
this,
goodness.
Loki. It's amazing.
Thank you. I have directed a number of plays in my time.
I hear there's a 5-star reviewed one on got a Tony on in Asgard. Okay.
Yeah. Though we call Asgardian Tonys Starks.
Oh, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. M'Baku drops in. "Hulk, I'll take care of these two. Please escort Peter back to Mr. Stark." Hulk complied quickly, hurrying Peter away. Not taking his eyes off Sam, Bucky said to M'Baku, "You know what? I'm good to stay like this. I've definitely been in more unpleasant situations before." Sam smiles and gives Bucky a kiss. See, Marvel, it's not that hard. Bucky grinned at Sam. "On second thought," said Sam, "it might be helpful to get our hands freed." Boys. Wow. "Good idea," said Bucky. M'Baku quickly, with no effort, cut the web cocoon. "Hands-free is so much more fun," says Bucky with a grin. He turns to M'Baku and says, "I bet you are not bringing good news." M'Baku grinned. "Don't you trust me?" "No, not really," he said sarcastically. M'Baku grew serious. "I need a favor." "You need a favor from little old us?" Color me intrigued, Sam smirks, but cleared his face and finished with, "What do you need?" "Shuri is trying to install some awful computer system in my room. That girl won't take no for an answer." M'Baku's frown grew sullen. "And you're asking one of us?" Bucky said. "If it's computers, ask Stark." "Stark isn't here, but you are. She will listen to the two of you, I know it." M'Baku slapped them both on the back. should have been the ass, with a look of pride on his face. Who wouldn't listen to the Black Falcon and the White Wolf? Sam and Bucky exchanged dubious expressions. When has Shuri listened to anyone? Sam asked. And that's when they all heard the explosion. Thank you very much. You are hired for the next play on Asgard. Which no one knew this, but you know. Sam flew to assess the damage while the other two ran to see how they could help. What happened? Bucky asked. Anyone hurt? Shuri was standing amid the debris. At Bucky's question, she snapped, Of course no one is hurt. Everything is going exactly to plan. Bucky raised an eyebrow skeptically. And what was your plan? I was getting to that, Shuri replied. Whatever it is, I suppose you have a better one. Anything would be better than blowing up the entire Citadel, Bucky states, crossing his arms. As much as Bucky was willing to help Shuri with whatever it was she needed him for, he needed to know what her end goal was. Catch me up. What's your plan? My plan was to install this, she motions to the debris, but someone has rigged it to explode confetti everywhere when I tried to do that. Bucky looked at the debris, deciding that it was probably meant to be an upgraded sensor for T'Challa's suit. Whoever rigged it was only playing a silly little prank on her. A little confetti never hurt anyone. Unless you get it in your eyes, Sam says as he lands. He put a hand on Bucky's shoulder and looks at Shuri. How can we help? Here, you guys can hold these pieces while I install them, Shuri said, picking up the fallen tech and holding them up to the helmet of T'Challa's suit. M'Baku, Sam, and Bucky dutifully hold the pieces in place while Shuri makes adjustments and installs them on the suit. All right, it's done. Now all I have to do is test it out, she says, placing her tools on the table. Just don't blow anything up again. I'm not helping you gather up this mess a second time, Sam replied. Like, bold of him. She's the princess.
I know.
Royalty, as we know,
royalty?
As we know, royalty should be respected even when they're the younger sibling. Okay?
It's true.
Shuri rolled her eyes and said under her breath, like the confetti explosion was my fault. Sam lets out a small huff while Bucky shakes some residual confetti out of his ear.
I so appreciate the actual.
Sam looks at Bucky and says,
What happened?
Oh. Probably. I bet Loki's internet went out.
Internet on Asgard.
Okay, Michelle.
It's supposed to be. We just paid the bill.
Thor, could you text?
Well, I mean, there is a giant purple ball sack attacking the world, so some connection issues.
I'll just complete the story for you here. I was reading along, so Sam looks at Bucky and says, "Who would add confetti to Shuri's tech? Did they have a death wish?" Bucky shakes his head as they both realize. Lang. Sam.
Scott would do that.
They both facepalm and realize it probably wasn't rigged to explode, but Lang was probably tiny inside, waiting for the perfect time to activate it. Sam starts to squirm. Lang is in his suit. Why is Lang always in his suit? Scott goes back to normal size, laughing. Hey guys, did you like my trick? I'm trying to pivot new ones. Agent Jimmy Woo is really monopolizing the cars tricks these days. Lang says. Supposed to be card tricks. Okay. Your sense of time could do some work, Sam said dryly, crossing his arms. Ever since I entered the quantum realm, I really have no understanding of time anymore. Wait. What year is this? Where am I? Am I supposed to be here?
Time is a construct.
Lang worriedly asks. Maybe we should take him to the infirmary, Bucky suggests to Sam under his breath. It would keep him out of Shuri's stuff. Good idea, Buck. We should get Hope to meet us there and see if she has any remedies for this quantum mania that Scott's feeling. And together, Sam and Bucky ushered Lang into the infirmary, leaving Shuri and M'Baku to clean up the confetti. Bucky, Sam, and Lang make it to the infirmary, and Louis is there with Hope. Louis has to explain everything that happened in the past few years to Lang for the 5th time this week. As Louis finishes explaining, Hope rolls her eyes, saying, "I'm telling you, Louis, it's the only way to get his memory back on track." "Who would have thought it, huh?" Louis said with a grin. "Me being so important." "Not you." Hope rolls her eyes and grabs a doctor's tray from the side table. "Oh, nifty," said Scott. "You're a doctor now. That's so impressive." Hope dumps the tools off the tray and smacks Scott in the head with it, Louis trying to grab it from her, but too late. All of a sudden, Shurian and Baku come running in, telling the group, "We have a major problem coming in."
And that's when the giant purple alien arrives.
And that's how you guys left it.
That is how you guys left us. A cliffhanger.
In their defense, again, giant purple ball sack. So,
you know, have we heard anything from Loki?
I have heard nothing.
No? That's weird.
Agent Hill?
Normally she would say something.
I don't feel so good.
What was that?
Guys, that's a little weird. Normally it's only
what? No, okay.
Oh my gosh.
What is going on? This is not internet.
This is so weird.
Nope, this is I'm not seeing anything.
Wait.
Thanos.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
Mother.
Welcome to the Infinity War, where all the games are made up and the points don't matter.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, guys. How's it been? This is the first time I've seen y'all today.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. We were doing something, right? There was something that we were doing for the thing we do with our readathon.
Yeah, we had a live show today, right?
Wait, guys.
Sorry, we are so
late. Have you checked the Discord?
I kind of. Okay,
because
so here, this is the thing you have to understand is I may have hyperfixated on something the last 3 days. So
no, I'm thinking that I thought we stopped Thanos, right? Like I thought that was the point of finishing all the challenges.
All the challenges. Guys, I'm so sorry.
Look at the announcements. Look at the announcements.
I didn't finish all of the challenges.
You should have gone for the head.
Oh fuck.
Ah, God damn it. I hope my mom's not standing outside.
So what does that mean?
I think it means Thanos won.
I think it means Thanos won.
I think we lose some Avengers, actually.
Does that mean that none of the points matter?
None of the points matter.
Everybody works for points.
No, you did all the
The points were never supposed to matter.
I was trying so hard.
So basically how it looks is this, guys. If you completed your team's all of your team's challenges for your team, then you get to choose one Avenger.
Just choose an Avenger.
Choose an Avenger from the following Avengers that are about to be removed from your team.
Oh, hold on. I said I was writing this down, didn't I?
Otherwise,
Well, we probably need to do an assessment and figure out which Avengers that we cannot.
Yeah. So you're going. Here's. Okay. Our lovely
We're
friend
gonna do this in the
Christine
most
here
chaotic way possible.
has a jar, and yeah, our friend Christine here has a jar, and we're about to blip.
Reports of casualties in, and it doesn't really make any sense because, like, they just disappeared. They didn't die; they just disappeared.
So, right now, this very second, the blip is happening. Christine is going to do that.
Christine is going to figure out who is still here.
The Wasp is the first casualty.
She's whoever she pulls was snapped. Gone. Whoever she pulls was snapped.
That means that
Sayonara.
if you have already recruited this Avenger, then you cannot use their powers. And it also means that if you have not recruited this Avenger, you cannot put any books onto their board.
This board is completely on hold now. The board and the power is completely on hold.
And I will put an announcement in the announcements with all of the names. Yeah. We're gonna craft a nice sorry they're gone message.
Carol, we've never met Carol. Yeah, Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel is gone.
Carol Danvers. She's been reported missing.
I really like her.
Yeah, she's pretty hot. This kid from San Francisco, Shang-Chi, he's missing. I don't know anything about that, but
who is that? Is he even
I don't know yet, but he's gone.
Yes, show us your beer stein.
Yeah, this is from Deutschland. Okay. Nebula.
Ooh.
Margaret, you're typing this, right?
I am writing this down.
Oh, writing it, whatever. As long as
Nebula.
I'm writing it down.
We lost Nebula, so that's a hard day for Thanos' entire family. Thor.
Damn it.
Well, I mean, we did just see him disappear.
Yeah, it tracks.
I was like 4 away.
Steve Rogers, Captain America.
That's my husband.
Sounds right.
Peggy Carter. I mean, I'm pretty sure she died in 2016 of dementia, but also she's gone. She's missing.
Gina, we would have never.
Her body was blipped from her casket.
Gina, that would have been too predictable. And when have we ever been predictable at any point?
You know, that was a thought at one point, but we decided that was too easy.
Some of us might have campaigned against that idea.
Black
very
Widow.
strongly.
Black Widow is missing.
Oh shit.
What did I miss? Oh, everything.
Literally. Maybe hit rewind.
All right, we need 9 more.
Yeah, I would rewind.
We don't know how many people are missing, Margaret.
Do we?
Drax and Mantis. They've been reported missing.
Okay.
Yes, Gina, this list will be posted on the Discord. We just don't have it written yet because it genuinely is fun.
We literally are coming up with it at this moment. I will be posting it in the Discord. Probably not right away, so some people do have to watch the live show to find out. But it will
Bruce
be posted.
Banner has been reported missing.
Christine, did you just look at all of the
are we
Avengers
surprised?
I don't have and decide to pull them?
Missing. Are we surprised that Bruce is out? He always disappears.
He's true, he does.
Endgame is going to be a completely different movie.
Spider-Man?
Okay,
not baby Spider-Man.
I'm so glad I used his reward.
Sharon Carter?
Such dramatic shuffling there.
Pietro Maximoff.
I didn't even know.
Sorry, Wanda, not again.
I mean,
poor Wanda. She has to go through it.
At least in the movie, Wanda's gone anyways.
That's why you can't find your boss.
Oh my god. Of course.
He snapped.
Margaret, I guess you're in charge now.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
Sure.
Rook, that's gonna work out real well for you.
You're gonna do great things. I have faith in you.
It's okay. We have plans.
I only have one left, so if that one comes up, I'm gonna be pissed, and that's how you'll know it's not staged. Wanda.
No.
Of course.
Do you love that I like really teared these into even like
No,
like
I'm
really
actually
well
liking the like creativeness of how these are torn. Like it's art.
Yeah,
that last one looks like Tennessee.
Artsy.
Okay, how many left, Margaret?
And we're
the
half.
The
last one.
Oh. Maria Hill.
Oh dang.
I'm dead.
I got zapped too.
I mean, pretty much
all right.
Like half of the screen is zapped, right?
Yeah. Do we want me to read through these one more time just so people, if you want to take your own notes, you can?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right. So the casualties of our snap in our multiverse are the Wasp, Captain Marvel, Shang-Chi, Nebula, Thor, Captain America, Peggy, Black Widow, Drax and Mantis, Hulk, Spider-Man, Sharon Carter, Quicksilver, Nick Fury, Shuri, Wanda, and Maria Hill.
That was the perfect way to end that. I love it.
So,
thank you.
All right, so
those are
basically,
the Avengers that you cannot at this moment do anything for
or with.
Now,
more on that later.
More on that later.
Yeah, if you know anything about the upcoming movies, then you know that there is an attempt to revive everyone that was blipped. That's kind of the whole plot. So that's not really a spoiler. So
whether or not that's successful is really up to you guys.
It is.
But you do get to choose, if you completed your team, you get to choose one of the blipped Avengers to save.
And that means getting through event 17 with your, like, at least doing your team.
It doesn't matter what other boards you did, like what other events you did or what mini quests, just that your team is completed.
Yeah, as long as you did all of the your team and the everyone event.
By the time the live show started, yes?
Yes.
Quicksilver, to answer your question, Laura, Quicksilver and Maria Hill had powers.
Yeah, they were
rewards powers. So if you haven't used those powers yet, you can no longer use them.
Yeah. So the reward is to choose one of those Avengers to save. Just one. That's it. That's all you get. Choose wisely.
I think also, I don't know if any of you like saw us using our powers up before the event.
Now you know why we kept doing that and mentioning that
for months now.
Yeah, we've been trying to drop hints about use your powers and stuff. Yeah, now you know why.
Real
let's
quick,
answer a couple questions.
Laura's question first, real quick, because that one's a pretty simple one to answer.
Yeah, I'm getting on that page here.
So no.
So basically that means you cannot use, so save means you'd be able to use their power or you'd be able to complete them if you haven't completed them already.
They're back to being alive for you.
Yeah. So essentially like they're not snapped.
Haley's question. If you oh, sorry. No. Who knows? So your board is frozen right now. So any books that you have on it still count.
Yeah.
But you can't add things going forward.
Yeah.
You have to wait until roughly 2023, according to Endgame.
We can work some time travel in there, I think. You know, just for the experience.
Yeah.
So perfect example there. R.S. Rook is saving Sharon so that they can finish Sharon's board.
That's a great plan. That
Yes.
is a great
Or
plan.
if there's somebody like Hulk whose power you think you might want to use, you know, like you could save Hulk, something like that.
That was me at the beginning of this month when we started. Actually, no, right before we watched Infinity War.
Like literally that.
Yeah, I just finished out the rest of the boards that I hadn't completed yet with rewards, so I can read whatever I want, and so that I have the characters, and so that I could post. Oh, I finished this. I'm gonna have to do my graphic. Oh, I finished this. I'm gonna have to do my graphic, because we were trying to like post that we were finishing everybody to like freak you guys out a little, and so a couple people noticed. It was pretty fun.
A couple people did.
We were trying to make it like semi-obvious. I'm just kidding about 2020 because that's the year. That's the year the Endgame takes place.
Doing this in 2023. The world
We are
ended by then.
2023 or literally next month. So like up to you to figure out which one.
Yeah.
I mean, the nice thing is that even with this list, there are still several Avengers that I can keep working on.
Right.
And we do actually have one Avenger coming next month that we will be getting to later in the show.
Actually, that is the next thing, so it's a good segue.
Oh, it is the next thing.
Oh,
that is
cool.
He is on fire today.
We're going to be allowing you guys to actually participate in the creating of a very special board that we literally have been talking about all year since we came up with this idea a year ago right now.
And if you saw our last Instagram post that we had, that was part of the boss battle, that was a hint for who it's going to be.
Let's see if I can guess.
Drop your guesses in the
chat.
comments.
What do you think we're doing?
Drop
what do
your
y'all
guesses.
think we're going to be dropping in December?
Go check our Instagram.
Then you guys like live on this stream. You're going to be helping us create the board.
While you're dropping your guesses, I'm going to get my stuff situated because I'm actually going to make the board with you guys.
We have an option of prompts, and it's going to be like a poll situation where the prompts we drop, like you get to choose which one you prefer. So, Cynthia.
Got some guesses. Got a Stanley.
It is
wild idea.
It's Stanley.
It's a Stanley cameo.
It's Stanley. So you guys get to help us create it because we think that's what Stan would want.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Stanley would be so proud of us.
Honestly, Stan Lee would want to help us create it too, but sadly
this was such a good idea.
We can't contact
Well,
him.
he was all about promoting literacy and stuff, so I think he would be down with the challenge that just got people to read a fuck ton all the time. So.
All right, so should we drop the first two prompts for a poll?
Yeah, are you ready, babe?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing that you can vote between, poll one, is at least 2 classic comic colors on the cover, or a book about heroes.
Hang on.
Do we get to vote?
If you're in the
we don't get to vote because we did all that work earlier talking about it. But
I was in the shower when y'all were doing that work, though.
Okay, well then you can vote.
polls.
I'm just kidding.
Where do I do the polls again?
I don't know.
I can't remember. I don't remember anymore.
Are we doing it on Twitter, or are we doing it because I can pull up the Twitter and put this on Twitter?
Why don't we do it in the Discord? Is everybody able to?
You can't do polls in a Discord.
We can't do polls in Discord.
But you
I
can
thought you
do
could
emojis.
do polls in the.
Okay.
You can do an emoji poll.
What are the cover colors? What does that mean? What colors are those?
The traditional, like the classic comic book palette of like yellow, green, purple, red, blue, like not, you know what I mean?
Not like the six on the color wheel kind of.
Yeah, like very classic, like ink colors that they were limited to in like the 40s.
We could just do it by people that are commenting, because there's a bunch of people that are.
That's true. Okay, so let's go through it. So we've got 1 for heroes,
2 for heroes.
I'm seeing a lot for colors.
Okay, I'll count heroes and somebody else count colors.
I'll count colors.
Okay.
All right. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to.
I got 6.
I've got 7.
You want to give them 10 more seconds?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Jenna Netter votes heroes.
Yeah, I actually just hit 11 for heroes.
Damn.
I think it's heroes.
Okay, so a book about heroes. Joke's on you guys. The other one would have been perfect for our read next month.
But they already know what the book is.
All right, y'all hang on one sec.
Yeah, keep in mind which book we're reading next month. Should I go grab that?
Yeah.
Yes.
So because you may want to, like, we'll say max of 3 that we're going to try and match. You may want to match.
But also, they get to decide.
We cannot do them both. I have created the poll this way on purpose.
On purpose?
Purpose.
I'm missing a book.
It's okay, I got it.
You guys are going to get to see the behind the scenes of what I do.
Yeah, this is essentially what we do. Like, we do like a Google Meets video chat, and we then just like brainstorm ideas together and like vote on which ones we think are better.
And it's a lot of you going, how about we word it this way?
Yeah. And Bree is our fabulous boards creator who we literally could not exist or breathe without.
It's true.
Okay, so I'm going to.
Charles, stop wrestling while I'm on
Share.
live. Hey, quiet down over there.
Okay. Hang on.
Oh, it's me.
Okay.
It's
right,
you, like, indefinitely.
All right. Is it showing you
We're seeing your desktop.
my desktop now?
What is
Without
that folder? Things I hate about Margaret? What? Oh my God.
There's plenty there, I'm sure.
Okay.
Probably, like, number 1 is probably on your list, Christine, is that she sends you walls of texts. Or I send you
No,
walls of text.
it's the wrap-ups at the end of the month for me.
Okay.
It is not the end of the month. Number 1.
It's
Number
the
2.
20th.
Roasted.
It went out yesterday, and it was supposed to go out earlier, but my internet was down. Like, literally, someone cut the wire.
Okay, so but it's in the last half of the month. It's towards the end of the month. Like, you have to round to the nearest like month changeover, and it's closer to December than October.
Fight me.
All right.
I
So
am right now.
me, and then we need to put in his picture, which for now.
I'm excited, Taya. I have heard nothing but good things for Ace of Spades, and I'm so happy that we're reading
so
it.
good. It's honestly so good.
Oh shoot! I forgot to. There we go. Yes.
Not that we don't love bobblehead Stan.
And we need to look.
It should be the one where he's like pointing.
Oh, we never discussed a power. Did we?
We can figure that out
didn't.
later.
We can figure that out right now, though. That'd still be fun.
Maybe not.
Well, we'll come back to it. And this may not be the final picture for Stan, but at least we can look at his face while we talk about him.
I think we should do the one that Brianna has. Like, literally just take a picture of Brianna's Funko Pop and have that be it.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so cute.
I can do that with a white background, so you can easily cut around it.
Okay, so just for the next few prompts, just for reference, Stan's family were Romanian Jewish immigrants to New York City. He was born in 1922. So some of these prompts make sense. Are we ready for prompt 2?
I'm ready.
Which one
Okay,
was
so
the first one? Which one did it end up being?
A book about heroes.
A book about
Heroes.
Okay.
I will be right back. I'm gonna go get some ice for my hand.
Did you break it?
What did she do to her hand?
She burned
Did
it on
you-
her tea earlier.
I spilled boiling water on it.
That's the worst. I once spilled boiling water on like a tea on myself in bed, and I had like a plastic mattress protector, so it like pooled and then it burnt my ass. It was terrible.
That sounds like a great day.
It was awesome. Then I had to go to the history of music class. It was great.
Yes, we love it.
Briar.
No.
Okay, so poll 2 is a Jewish author or a book about found family.
Ooh,
I'm here for some
I'm
found
gonna
family.
write it so I can come back to this.
So I'm
one.
kind of liking the Jewish rep though. I mean, we've never done that, but
There's plenty of books out there.
there are, yeah. Okay, so who wants to count? I'll count Jewish author.
Okay, I can do found family.
Cool.
See, I feel like there's a way for me to.
I love seeing the Discord
We
right
need to
now.
count, but
Oh my
Let me
god.
screen share.
My favorite one is the forecast. We are all going to die. And Daniel Brühl, because Daniel Brühl is hot.
All right, I had to go all the way out to the garage. No, how did we do? Where are we?
we're at 10 for Jewish author.
14 for found family.
Let's give it 10 more seconds.
Okay.
So to explain the story of my hand, this mug is my new favorite thing. But you cannot make the tea in there if you want to put anything in your tea because you can't stir it.
Okay, found family.
Okay.
I'm very sorry that happened to you, Margaret. That is like very, very painful.
One more for found family.
It's not painful. It's more
Just
just
to
like
rub it in.
it's just a little uncomfortable right now. So
You need to put a tomato on it or mustard.
Mustard works really well.
why?
The
It just
acid
does.
in it will pull out the burn.
It literally stops the pain.
It actually works better than ice.
Isn't
Ice
that?
actually makes it worse.
Okay.
Okay, are we ready for the third poll?
Let's go.
Well,
Okay, a Jewish character versus a character / author with Romanian heritage.
So a Jewish character or what was the second one? Sorry.
A character or an author with Romanian heritage. Okay.
It's not really
what do you want to
burn.
count,
It
Brianna?
just stings a little bit.
I'll count Jewish character. You count Romanian heritage.
Sounds good.
I think Jewish character's winning.
I think so.
I've got Taylor Swift stuck in my head.
You got 15 for Jewish character.
3, I think.
Okay, so there's no way that I'll win in the next 10 seconds. So Jewish character it is.
Jewish character.
Yeah.
Doo-doo-doo.
So number 4 is all about why is
Jewish main? Should it be Jewish character or Jewish main character?
We could say main character.
I think so.
The next one is just about how specific you want to get. So if you want to make it more, like, if you want to like hunt for a good book about this, or if you want to just be a bit more general. So poll 4 is a book set in New York City versus a book set in the Bronx. Because Stan was from the Bronx, even though Peter's from Queens.
I'm just gonna say I feel like a book from New York City is gonna be a little bit easier to find.
I think so, but you never know. Sometimes people want a challenge, right?
That one's cute. Do we like this? Do we like this one?
Yeah.
That's so cute. I love him.
That's perfect. I don't think anyone's voting for the Bronx. I got my hopes. Oh, wait, no. D voted for the Bronx. I'm so sorry, D. I would have voted for Bronx, too.
But pretty much everyone else is New York City.
Yeah, so New York City wins.
Okay. New York, New York.
You did try. You did try. See, my brain would have been like, I'll just read a book about the history of the Bronx, but I don't think any other.
Not everyone is a historian.
There are definitely YA contemporaries.
Oh, for sure.
Set in the Bronx.
We're set in the Bronx.
I feel like any borough of New York you could find a book about easily.
I mean, you could read The City Movie Came.
That's true.
This one's up
I wouldn't recommend it.
Neither would I.
Here we go. Copy.
Okay. So our next poll is a book set between 1922 and 2018, or a book with a cameo. So just for reference, 1922 to 2018 was the years in which Stanley was alive.
Okay. And what would we consider a book with a cameo?
So like
romance books will do that a lot, where like the characters in the first book will show up in later books. Nice.
That makes sense.
Love it. No, Gina, I'm sorry. Or also like a celebrity, if there's like a celebrity cameo in a book, you could do that. You could it's open to interpretation.
Ooh, most people are doing the 22 to 18, which, like, fair. That's a very, very
broad range.
It is.
However, finding something prior to 2018 is not as easy as you would think.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, and I think it's kind of cool, like, read it in a world, that would have Stan in it. So
yeah.
Whether or not he's the focus.
There are a few cameos. 2, 3.
It really does look like the years, though.
4, 5. Yeah, there's only 5 cameos.
Okay, and there are.
Brie, I'm so impressed with you right now. Like, I don't even know what It's like this is impressive to watch.
There's 16 for the years.
White's pop a little. Take down. Oh, that's better.
Okay.
Soften the texture.
Bree, do you want us to wait to catch up?
I'll be done in about 2 seconds. Hang on.
Francesca, it's not about whether or not you have them. It's about whether or not you can use their powers in that case.
Okay,
if you have all of them, the ones that were pulled, you can't use any of their powers to.
You still have.
I guess you wouldn't need to.
If you've recruited them, you still have recruited them. They're just dead.
They didn't do it.
Way to deliver it.
Well, they are.
They're memorialized members of your team. Okay, what was number 4?
So number 4 was a book set in New York City.
Christine is so brutal and I love it.
Tia, there's one more that could fit, but again, it's based on how people voted. So like.
Okay, and then number 5, did we figure out yet?
5 would be 1 over because that's the center prompt.
There is.
So are we doing a full 9?
There's not a center prompt.
Oh, okay, never mind.
That's the 1922 to 2018.
Okay.
or written from 1922 to 2018.
Yeah. I mean,
I was going to set between 20, but we can do written by. It's what I mean. Up to you guys.
Too bad we couldn't like. No, that's a dumb question.
There are no dumb questions.
Oh, okay. I was just saying. I'm part of the magic is you and the two colors in the whiteboard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The whiteboard.
It is true. It is pretty magical.
Normally we have a giant whiteboard.
Yeah. That whiteboard right there is our thinking board.
Nothing would be remembered.
There was one live show where we had to like remind you to erase it prior to going live. It was just for students or something that you were going live. And I was like, you're showing everything for next month.
Yeah. There's been a couple times in my vlogs I've had to blur a little square because you could see it in the background and I hadn't erased it yet. There's been like 1 or 2 vlogs I've had to do that. One time
that's the nice thing about my vlogging setup being over there. There's nothing important there.
Okay, are we ready for
I put "oh snap" on there. I just wrote a tiny "oh snap." That's a little subtle hint there.
Are we ready for 6?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so prompt 6: a comic book with a character Stan helped bring into the world, or a character who is an artist or illustrator. I hope you guys pick one.
I don't think either one of those would fit Ace of Spades.
No. Most of them don't. There's only 2 that did, but one of them's already been voted out.
Oh, this one's a really tight one. We're 2-2 right now.
Just depends on whether or not you like reading comics, I guess.
Yeah.
Not there. Don't mind me talking to myself. It's fine.
So it's looking like comics are winning.
Look at how filtered he looks. Look, when you go no texture, it looks like he's wearing like a filter. Like an Instagram filter, you know.
Stan, you don't need to cover up. We love you.
You're a white man. Everyone's gonna let you age gracefully anyways. They're not gonna make comments about how you have crow's feet. Christine, certain parts of your body are sagging.
Christine, you want to count comics and I'll do artist?
Yeah,
sounds good.
Before, after. Yes, we love color grading. It's so satisfying. And honestly, most of the time when I'm doing this, I actually just leave whatever I copied, whichever
11
copied. I have 11 too.
Oh, guys.
So should we vote?
I can vote since I wasn't in this.
Yeah, go, Mark.
If the 5 of us vote,
book character.
If the 5 of us vote, there would be a tiebreaker.
True.
Okay. I mean, I'm going to vote in comic.
What are the options again?
Comic book character or a book with an artist/illustrator as the main character?
I'd pick the second one.
Yeah, I picked the second one too.
Brianna, it's you.
Comic book.
Yeah.
Only because of the last one.
All right.
That is fair. It is a faster challenge.
Yeah, it's like
Listen, it's December. Some of us have to get Goodreads goals.
That's true.
Yeah.
I too am far behind.
I need to update my Goodreads. So the last books I have in there are the ones I finished in September.
I mean, I think I'm actually already over because I think I'm at like 112 and I only need to hit 125. But that's still it feels like not a lot.
So normally when I'm making the boards, I actually leave the old prompts and I just switch them out based on the alignment of them. So like if I know if it's all going to fit in one row, then I just find the ones that are already in one row so I don't have to realign them. So it's all going to stay perfectly lined up. because less
This
work
might
is less
move
work.
around a little bit, is what you're saying.
So if you want to know why prompts go where they go on the board, that's literally the only reason. Because it's less work for me.
That makes sense.
Welcome to my brain. Where we
It's a
try
go
to
brain.
Very ready.
Let's do it.
What's the next one?
Okay, so the next one is a book. Okay, so this is the Ace of Spades one, if you guys want to be strategic. A book about fighting an oppressive system versus a book that explores scientific discovery and culture, because Stan wrote a lot about like discovering like what the fears about like radiation and people and stuff like that, and mutation and stuff. But yeah, I'm guessing the oppressive system ones will win.
I mean, I'm always going to vote for fighting the oppressive system.
But you know, like Stan was really about that, right? Like if we look at X-Men, if we look at a lot of his characters, they were standing up to something bigger than themselves. And I think I think he would have really liked Ace of Spades.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. So the first one is for Ace of Spades. So fighting an oppressive system. Gina. So it's an oppressive system versus a book that like deals with the way scientific discovery impacts culture.
And to be clear, do both of those fit Ace of Spades or only one?
Only oppressive system.
Just saying, y'all.
Yeah, how easy or hard you make this fist completely up to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So fighting an oppressive system is definitely winning.
Yeah, it is.
Plus
Whatever one is for Ace of Spades, Gina, I love it. You're like, I'll read whatever. I'll go for whatever. Okay, so should we say that one?
Yeah.
Okay, so the last two I feel like are going to be easy pulls, but it's it is up to you. So they're two regular prompts versus what we thought were some of Stanley's best cameos. So the first one is a character has to rise up in their career because Stan just started as like an assistant versus Deadpool, a character who has a job you wouldn't expect because he is this club DJ in Deadpool.
Deadpool for the win!
Yeah,
I feel like Deadpool is the best one there.
I agree. I wanted this. This is why I didn't put the two cameo ones together because I wanted. Yeah. I like.
You want both cameos?
Yeah,
but. I like how he's fighting an oppressive system, and then it's a pop Funko of an old white man. Like I do love
that. So Deadpool is at 100%.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not confused. I get it. You know.
Character has to.
You wouldn't expect.
That's like his most iconic cameo in my mind.
It really is.
It's really too good.
Either that one or I think it's the next.
It is the next one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the one I reference the most.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
It's
Package for Tony Stank.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
It is. Okay. So here is our last prompt. A character who lives through a war, because Stan was actually a veteran of World War II, or Tony Stank, a character whose name you struggle to pronounce. Which I guess that could be Ace of Spades if you like can't read, but I was thinking more like high fantasy.
Yeah.
But also there's like some, especially thriller authors, I feel like will do like the most weird white person name.
Yeah, that's true. I was thinking like
Laylee.
Stank.
Well, I was thinking like, you know, like in the Wheel of Time. I watched the show for Wheel of Time last night, and a character, they pronounced her name, and I was like, that's how you say it after all this time? So I was thinking more like that, but like I don't want to hear that Nigerian names are that hard to pronounce because they're really not. But so phrase, I don't want you to count this phrase as spades, but I guess you could.
I mean, I think if you have to look up how to pronounce someone's name to make sure that you're doing it correctly, I think that counts.
I guess so, but it's like Chiamaka.
Yeah.
So there's 5 for a war.
Like fantasy
5 for a
names.
war, but the rest are Tommy Stank.
How many for Stink?
The rest of them.
How many for Tony Stink?
So many.
All right. I figured the cameos would win their
8,
respect.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16?
But again,
16 packages from Tony Stank?
Chiamaka, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. We're not gonna butcher Igbo names in my presence. Please. Go
I
read
feel
it.
like most names, once you learn like how things are supposed to be pronounced, they're not hard.
I would say Siobhan counts, Cynthia. I would say like that's like
Siobhan does
like Chiamaka
not
looks the way it sounds, but like Siobhan does not look like it doesn't sound the way it looks. So I would.
What
say
about
honest, but like also my name, very difficult to pronounce apparently.
Which
one?
Huh?
Aoife. It's spelled Aoife.
Oh yeah.
I would for sure say that Celtic and Gaelic names would count because there's a lot of letters in there that you do not say.
Okay, fighting an oppressive what now? I didn't even touch it.
Sorry, Gina.
What is supposed to go after fighting an oppressive? Because I didn't even finish typing it.
Oppressive system.
Just fighting an oppressive.
Yeah, I looked back and I was like, wait, I forgot to finish that one. So that I just make sure everything looks nice and neat. La 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 la. Are you enjoying my song?
Yes.
Is it great?
Yes.
Isn't it great?
That's exactly what I'm saying to you. Like if anyone tries to use it for that, I'll be like, can you not like sound out syllables? Because if you can't, fair. But if you can, then you can say that name. Like,
yeah.
And that's how I feel about most Igbo names. They're like very straightforward. But then whenever anybody like, I like one of like an author I like is Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, and her name exactly is like exactly how it looks. But people are like, I'm like, you're just anti-black. Like that's what you're doing. Like you're
there's also a certain length where people will sit and they will balk. They'll be like, that's so long.
Right. And I'm like, if you just take your time and sound it out, like it's not hard. Igbo names are not hard.
That's my last name. I'm like, just say it like you see it, guys.
Just take your time. You got this.
But they can get Shortenbecker right.
Shortenbecker? Shortenbecker, yeah. It's the same, but
my
like
favorite one was Stortenberger.
Stortenberger? That does sound German though.
It does.
And I do like a burger.
Would just mean a person from Storton.
Okay. Well, that was Infinity War.
That was all the things.
Round of applause for Bree for making beautiful graphics and hosting today's show.
Yes, Bree is fantastic.
Although Christine did do the graphics for the battle, so if you liked those, then Christine needs it.
Christine has to teach me how to use Canva.
Yeah. We all
Brianna did the mini. Yeah, Brianna did the mini quest. You did the characters and stuff. I just did the ones that are mean.
I think it's hilarious that the ones that you wrote were literally the exact word for word comments that we were doing in our meeting.
I typed them out word for word and then copy pasted.
Pretty much. That was one of the things that I noticed, as I was reading the graphic when you would post it. I'm like, this is Christine talking to us.
Okay, you do you, Steve.
Christine is literally talking to us right now.
That was one of my favorite challenge ones because it's just like, oh no, you're gonna solo? Okay, yeah, he's just so much bigger than you and has okay, you're right. But you're a buff dude. Okay, yeah, sure.
Should have gone for the head.
Should have gone for the head.
We all know that shield can brain people, so.
Right? It's true.
Well,
I'm just saying, Wanda tried so hard. Wanda tried so hard, and Steve was like,
I got this guy.
It's so true. I just really hope you guys enjoyed doing all the math you had to do for your points, and it doesn't even
never
matter.
mattered.
It doesn't, for not even to matter.
You guys would forget we'd forget so often to put the points, or me, because I dropped all
Because
of
it
them.
doesn't matter.
It doesn't fucking matter. Sorry.
I'm over here being like, wait, I need to act like these things actually matter. I should probably make an attempt to do some of these challenges.
I have a vlog about it coming out literally tomorrow.
Yeah.
And in all of it, I'm like, not counting my points.
Well, and the
Not coming out tomorrow. Coming out Thursday.
We were in our group chat and we were like, hey, let's do points. And then we're like, but why? Just for the hell of it.
Yeah. Just
the entire goal was to like, make
Y'all,
you guys
Margaret
think that
is
you could get
evil.
rewards.
I am. In fact.
I actually screenshot that, and I would, because when we did our meeting, we always do a StreamYard, but we just never like let it go up on the let it go up on a channel. And I was like, Margaret, are you sure this didn't accidentally go live?
Because I was like, what was it? Something about blah, 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 and the points don't matter, and somebody literally put that in the Discord.
And then 18 was showing up to this. It's not like required.
Yeah, today, what you're doing right now is event 18. You have completed it, gold star.
Oh.
Even though you still lose your Avengers.
Just
Yeah,
wait.
but
Just wait till December. I'm so excited about Endgame.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have like, we couldn't really plan it because we didn't know who'd be dead.
Hold on.
Dead,
Let me,
not flipped.
But
dead.
like we
If
know,
I had to watch Bucky Barnes crumble into
let me
dust, guys
show
would
you
face
how I
it.
feel about this.
we know the idea of, we know the outline of what we're gonna do. We just have to fill it in now. It's like we have the plot map and we have to fill it in now.
Yeah.
And you can blame that on my new hyperfixation.
You be proud of them. You be proud
that
of
is
them.
amazing.
Yeah.
That is so amazing.
Y'all heard
It's
it.
Ant-Man Endgame, and then don't we have a
Spider-Man.
Yes.
Apart from
Now
that.
with the other thing, our next movie is Ant-Man and the Wasp. We have not set an exact time
Maybe next
yet,
weekend.
but we were thinking about tomorrow. So if you guys are down for tomorrow,
Because
then
next
yes.
weekend is the live show. Remember?
Yeah, because
On the Shells channel.
Thanksgiving coming up and everything.
Guys, Haley's comment. I would not suggest that. Just saying, I would not suggest that.
I'm gonna say, if you
not
want your Avengers back, you are going to have to comply with Endgame.
You're gonna otherwise.
You have to show
We
up
don't
to
do
the
things
battle.
twice. We don't do the same thing twice.
Yeah, you'd be expecting that.
Yes.
Yes,
it
because some of us need help and time to catch up, Rook.
And spend time with our families.
Yeah.
Well, that too.
Yeah, we want you guys to be able to, focus on the battle and your family life.
We have lots of fun boards planned for next year, guys. Like,
This
boards
is
you're
why we
probably not even expecting.
We accept that. We accept that fault that we have.
So mission complete.
My process when we go into these meetings to make these things is
Evil and chaos.
it's me going, what would make me what would make them maddest at us?
No, we only killed half.
No, you still got some left.
Ah.
And technically, it wasn't even half because Maria and Quicksilver are on there.
Aren't even boards.
That's true.
You cannot trust anything we say.
I will say though that
We
like
never said that the points were going to do anything. We just said here are the points.
yeah, collect them if
We
you
never
want.
said they were going to do anything.
That's why we put in dumb numbers like 33 and like 17. We're like, whatever, who cares? And there was no effort put in to make sure that all the teams would have equal points.
Yes.
Nope, literally none.
You can literally recruit anyone next year because we're still doing things next year.
Yeah, every board is still going to be available next year to recruit. It's going to
Thank
be
God.
Yeah, it's going to be like so that if somebody were to start in next year, they could start and get all of the back listed boards as well, all of the old boards.
Those 17 boards are frozen for Well, they're dead.
They are frozen until further notice. We need to do some investigation as to what has happened.
Remember that scene in Endgame
making things up as we go,
where Hawkeye watches his whole family die? That's like you right now.
That's you.
Oh my god.
Spicy.
You know when Rocket watches Groot disappear
and Groot says, "Daddy." That's you right now. I cannot confirm or deny that they will ever come back. It's really whether or not you guys figure out how to do it.
The choice will be yours as to if you reacquire the Avengers that you
See,
lost.
I wanted a like definitive point system that like it depended on what it's like.
She was like 20 points for the main ones and 10 for the mini quest. I'm like, nah.
Really?
I was
No.
like,
That's because Margaret's
this
Earth
way.
sign. Okay, Margaret's Earth sign fought so hard against our chaos signs. Like the rest of us are fire and air, and Margaret's like over there being like Earth, being like, we have to have everything orderly, and the rest of us were like, bah!
My chaos is just, geared towards punishing people.
That's true.
And making things more difficult.
Cynthia, yeah, you can declare it in the
Yes.
And
Yes.
then
And you can do that in the boss battle chat since the battle is over now. You could add that after.
Oh, yeah.
If you
that
want,
way
I
it
don't think they need you would. Do they have to declare it? I think it should just be like whatever you're doing.
They need to do it before the end game battle starts.
Yeah, before Endgame makes perfect sense.
Yeah, you have to decide now. You can't wait and decide after the battle comes out. I haven't seen
Taya, you have to understand my moon sign is in Aries, and so
her Capricorn loses
like chaos every now and then. What?
Oh no!
Loses a lot.
Yeah, you're gonna.
I am overwhelmed by how much Capricorn is in my
watch-alongs. You're gonna have to go catch up on the watch-alongs.
I'm so sorry, but I also feel no sympathy for like spoilers past 2 weeks after the release because that is who I am as a person.
For a movie, like a month maybe.
Yeah, I just don't. I'm just not nice. Like I'm just not. Unless you were like, I was in Antarctica. I'm like, okay.
What you guys need to know.
We've had watch-alongs.
Yeah, what you need to know is that after our watch-along, after that point, free game for spoilers from that movie on, or from that movie back.
TV.
Up to that
I
movie.
never censor myself.
Yeah,
we're not.
We're always gonna not do spoilers after what or beyond what we've watched together yet.
Right.
But once we watched it, it's free game. So sorry.
We did say that back in January.
But
I think it's actually is it in the rules? It might be in the rules.
It might be.
King Conqueror, Galactus.
That's the movie.
Battle Endgame will be announced later on. It will be next month, but we won't announce the exact dates and times, mainly because we haven't yet.
We need to fucking make it.
We have to
oh my god, I keep swearing. I'm so sorry.
Did we just say someone was
naked? How long I managed not to hear. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Alan. Like there are very few things I care about the spoilers for because my brain won't remember them if I'm not like actively watching the thing.
Yeah. And I mean, there's so much that happens that like it's kind of easy to, like you still need to watch Infinity War because there are so many people that disappear. It's like it doesn't really matter if you know that people disappear.
Right.
Because it's like still depressing when you watch it anyway. Right. Like I rewatched the clip to like pull quotes for us to and to like look for ideas for how we were gonna phase out for this live, and I was like looking at the 5 minutes of everybody disappearing, and I'm over here like and it's like 5 minutes before we're supposed to hop on here to like chat and prep for the show.
Did you ever
and
see
I'm
that
over here like being depressed.
There's a TikTok where somebody layers the blip with or with the like everybody fading to like that song Mad World, but in piano.
The Gary Jules version.
Awful.
Like I was just like, I can't do this. Why?
It's true.
It's funny.
Okay, I want to tell you guys something really serious. Okay, so
Okay.
I was in theaters. Of course, I went opening night. Like, what am I? Obviously, I'm on top of it. I go and I'm watching and I'm sitting there. And I don't know if you guys remember who the first bleeping person to dust was, but it was Bucky Barnes. And in that moment, I screamed and I said, should I kill myself? I really said, should I end my own life right now? Like in this theater in front of everybody, because there's no point. There's no point. And then immediately after T'Challa dusted, and I was like, oh, it's fine. He'll be back next movie. So I was like, that's fine. Little did I know Chadwick Boseman would die, but I was like, Marvel would never kill him.
I went in knowing that the ones that were going to be in further phases were probably safe. So whatever happened to them, it was going to be undone.
Yeah. Because like they already announced Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Right. And okay. Then, right. Like I get you there, but Marvel has been so mean to Bucky. Like they would be like, yeah, we're gonna give you a show. But like they've been but once it was like Spider-Man and T'Challa, like Black Panther made so much money, Spider-Man made so much money. I was like, okay, they're safe. But I was like, I don't know if anyone cares about Bucky because the only people that like him are queer girls on the internet.
Oh, because I knew about because I was on Tumblr at that point, so I knew about whose contracts were supposed to be up and whose weren't, and I knew Sebastian Stan was one of those that was not
an insane contract with Marvel.
Get it, man?
An insane contract.
So I knew.
Right, Julie?
I knew the main Avengers were like. They were on the chopping block.
Margaret, this happened within 2 minutes. It was 2 minutes of watching the love of my life and the person who I base my entire identity on crumble into dust, and then Steve go, that's sad. Okay? Okay, I wasn't okay.
Shotzi will make you happy.
Hey, Shotzi, baby, you have a good big head. I want to kiss those sloppy lips.
She's taking up a full quarter of the screen just with like half her head.
She's so big girl.
I genuinely want to see how big this dog is in person.
I can't wait for you to meet her.
I'm gonna kiss her. I'm gonna sleep under her paws.
I'm gonna.
Oh no, she'll definitely sleep on you.
And then not touch her for the rest of the night.
You will not have a pillow because she will have the pillow.
That's okay.
Oh,
I don't know how it happens, but every night she ends up on the pillow.
Briar does that too.
See, I was a mean owner and I would kick my dog off of the pillow because
I'm just like, oh, I have a corner of a king size bed tonight. That's cool.
It's not okay. So like realistically though, once the movie was over, I knew that they were gonna save Bucky. Like I knew that, but it was just like those first 30 seconds of he's the only one dead.
Yeah.
I was like, again?
I just love watching like Tumblr lose its mind over who. I was like, guys, they're going to be fine. The ones you need to worry about are the ones that are left.
Right. And again, I figured that out once I saw a moneymaker die. But I was
I know.
Nobody cares about Bucky the way I care about Bucky. And it was very, I screamed.
See, that was at the point on Tumblr where they still thought Bucky was going to get the.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, but
yeah, see, I was just a silent sobber.
You were not on Tumblr, apparently.
I was not on Tumblr.
We were friends then, weren't we?
I think so that like I always kind of wanted Sam to get it. Like I'd have been okay with Bucky getting it, but I think it makes way more sense that Sam gets it.
I do too. I think it's a better choice, especially now.
No, not just especially now. I think if you just look at the two characters, who do you trust to be Captain America?
Yeah.
I don't trust Bucky to show up for therapy on time yet.
That's spoilers we don't talk about yet.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
this is Sam is Captain America. Captain America.
Oh my god, that just looks poor baby.
I know.
What happened to him?
He has a hematoma in this ear. Yeah, so this whole ear is basically a giant blood blister.
Oh,
baby.
And so it like flops down depressingly, and it's kind of cute but also sad.
Does it hurt him?
Not like he doesn't jerk away when I touch it. But it's definitely uncomfortable because of how heavy. Like it literally just drops down because of the weight. Because it's just that heavy.
Like having a bowling ball on your ear.
His ears normally stand out like straight. You guys have seen, or his ears are normally like, but because of the weight, it just. He had one on this side, and that's why the tip like kind of like curls over even when he has his ears up. But now it's the other side. I think he has allergies because he's been scratching a lot more. So I think he's had allergy issues, and I think that's what happened because it was around the same time last year. I think like the end of summer, beginning of fall, or somewhere in there. So I think that. Because he didn't have any kind of bugs or anything when they checked him last time, so I think it's the same thing. Because he didn't have fleas or anything, so I think he has some sort of allergy, and that makes him scratch, and then he hurts his poor ear.
Aww. My dog just had a fuck ton of hair in her. Sorry, it's had a ton of hair in her ear.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like that's part of why they crop schnauzers' ears is because they are so freaking hairy that if you have the flap over, you have to be much more careful about like making sure you're cleaning them out and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and it didn't start until like he had his first one last year, so we've had him for what, like 12 years, and this is the first, in the last 2 years.
Probably because he's getting a little bit older,
right? So it's definitely
he's more susceptible to those things.
Yeah. But it was small at first, and then he must have scratched or shaken because it'll get worse if they scratch or shake. And he must have overnight the other night, and so we have to go get it.
Good at it, Christine.
Did you guys see what I wrote though?
Yeah. No, I hope. God. Oh no.
I said, ah, ha, 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 ha. I took your boards and I snapped them. And what did it cost me? These nuts. Thanos out.
Oh my god! Christy!
I'm reading through the chat and it's hilarious, like, of when we were doing it. It's hilarious.
I'm so happy.
Doesn't he look so cute in his little shirt though?
The director is just sitting there looking at this going, I need a raise.
But I think that was Infinity War. Is that everything we had, Bree?
Yes, that is everything.
So we'll do the movie tomorrow, and we'll announce the time.
Marvel's best movie, Ant-Man.
I think the first movie was cute.
The first movie was good. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh no!
All I'm saying is at least Hope's hair is better.
This is true.
Oh, they really. Oh God.
That's all I have to say
they
about
gave
this movie.
her like the bisexual bob, but not a bisexual personality to go along with it, and it was.
All I'm saying is that Edna Mode picture will always be my favorite comparison.
Yes.
I mean, that's a good comparison for anybody.
But anyways, Hope is dead because we snapped her.
I keep forgetting that's what her name is.
I love how you just spare no one.
Now I just have to go through my list of my people and like.
I know. I'm like, now I have to figure out who I can still work on.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide how I'm gonna have to mark that because like I don't want to like do it in a permanent way because I want to win them back. So I need to like use an erasable.
Do you have them on? You're there in your bullet journal, right?
Yeah.
Put a little bit of washi tape over it.
Oh, that's a cute idea. I like.
Yeah, because washi tape
then
comes up pretty
reveal
easily.
them when I take.
Yeah.
Yes. I like
Yeah, I just like put a slash of washi tape through it, and then you can carefully peel it off afterwards.
Brilliant.
I'm gonna put everything into a new notebook, but I don't know what to do because it was in this one, and before that, it was
that's
in another
smart
one.
too.
Yeah,
and I like
that's smart.
Michelle,
That's
can you repeat that? I was distracted. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I had where was it? I had another notebook that I had all of them in, and then I couldn't print off images anymore. So like, well, this is pointless, and I didn't like the way it looked. And then I put all of them in this one, and then I messed it up, and I don't like how it looked. So then now I'm like, what if I put it in this, or if I put it in a smaller notebook? I'm just not satisfied.
Michelle, there are no mistakes in art.
It's true.
Yeah, except for when you look at it and you just like no, you just despise it in your brain.
No, here's what
I'm
you
sorry.
do. Here's what you do, my friend. You just take something and you cover it up entirely.
You glue the pages together?
You do this. You glue something over top of it.
I've done that so many times.
Definitely glued some pages together in my bullet journal.
Have also done that. Have also done that.
I usually will just washi tape them together, like so then you have like a border on the edge.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I might just rebuy a couple of the ones that I've put in my bullet journal. I'm gonna start a whole separate reading journal for all of the ones that I have not completed yet.
Nice.
I just
and
start
all over. Because like, where is my bullet journal?
This year? It's gonna be all earth tones. It's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna do like coffee and tea.
What I want to do for next year.
Aesthetic themes, my little icon type stuff. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for you, Bree. It's gonna look so pretty.
I bought more pens that I didn't need to buy because I have plenty, but it was my first time getting Tombow dual brush pens because the brush pens that I have now are the Faber-Castell ones, and I like them, but they fray pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Did you try the twin tones?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love the twin tones.
Not yet.
I love the twin tones.
I have the Funosukes, but I wanted the brush pens for the dual tip situation so that I could have the.
So I want to do something like this, but I don't have enough
the
room in my bullet
brush
journal to
tip.
finish.
But yeah, I may or may not have spent like so much of the money on Etsy and Amazon yesterday buying stickers and washi.
You can buy stationery on Shein.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Ooh.
We can buy what?
Stationery on Shein.
Oh.
Yeah. I just found that out. I saw a TikTok about it.
Is it stationery that isn't Shein though the one that like keeps stealing people's designs for clothing?
I don't know.
No. Well, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So we got everybody back. Do we have anything else?
I just want to like for clarification. Everybody's saying I cheated and didn't put Bucky in the jar, but I want you guys to like back. Like I did.
I believe you,
guys.
I did do it. Did I make his paper smaller and put it at the bottom? Absolutely, but like I did put him in the jar.
I mean,
no, it's okay. I believe you. I really do.
I mean, but let's be real though. If she hadn't put Bucky in the jar, then we wouldn't have had like any Bucky related stuff for Endgame for you guys to do.
Exactly.
So now, like,
Bucky adventure.
Yeah. So you would have then had another Bucky related thing.
Yeah. So really, I'm missing out now.
It's true.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just sitting this one out.
I swear I did it. I swear.
We haven't figured it out exactly yet, but it's probably going to be like later-ish, like afternoon.
Kind of probably the same time we normally do.
Yeah, not morning, like somewhere afternoon-ish or
we'll figure it out shortly.
Yeah, we will put it in the thing. We just have to figure out at least one or two of us to actually be there for sure. So.
I
do that.
Relegated to the indoors because of Alex, so I'm available all day.
I'm fine after church stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Alex? Did I say Alex? I've been oblivious.
We'll put it in the Discord and on Twitter and everything.
Yeah.
So cool. But I think that's everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if anybody has anything they want to plug before we go.
Indigitathon is still going on.
Yeah. Indigitathon.
Yes.
And like she's mentioned in her videos, like Michelle's mentioned in her videos, even if you can't, commit to reading all Indigenous books or whatever, that doesn't mean you can't do something. Like the point is learn something. So go learn things about Indigenous culture, about Indigenous issues that need to be
people, music,
acknowledge.
This is
TV.
Or at the very least, don't read problematic authors that have done something negative to the Indigenous community. At the very least,
don't
please.
read Sherman Alexie because he can choke. Google it.
And this is also a good time to be paying attention to what other people are reading, so you can work it into your TBRs for the rest of next. Like start working into what you're reading next year.
Reposting people's TBRs all the time.
Yeah. So
Do it.
we've read some really I've read some really good ones. I'm really glad.
And there's like 50 something odd TBR videos on YouTube as well. Like there's a bunch of people.
Well, like what was it? Black Sun that was on my Indigisathon TBR I think for last year, and I wasn't able to get to it, but then I ended up reading it, and it's one of my favorite books that I've read. Yeah. So
you know what? There's one we cheated about, and it wasn't Bucky. Okay.
Oh snap!
There was one we specifically did not put in there.
Yeah, and it wasn't Bucky Barnes.
For your own good, people. Yeah, your own good.
Out of the kindness of our hearts.
Out of the kindness of our the freaking.
Christine mentioned she did a vlog for this battle. I also vlogged this battle.
I kind of started it.
Yeah.
It'll
cool.
be
We love to see it.
Why don't I vlog right now?
I may have forgotten about it for like 3 days.
It's fine. I skipped from I did a clip on Sunday, and then I skipped until like Thursday before I vlogged again.
I think I had like a Monday, Tuesday, Friday, maybe.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. The important thing is I still didn't finish any challenges between those days, and it wasn't until Thursday that I got back on track.
I mean, I stopped after sprints on Brianna's channel the other night because my brain's yeah.
So I am going to be putting up videos that now that I'm done this 2 weeks, I'm gonna actually edit the videos that I right? No, maybe we'll see.
I have an Etsy store now.
Yes, go on.
Yes. God,
I have a blind date with the book.
Also, I am going to be posting the 2021 version of the Reading Rap Challenge that I do every year. If anyone is interested in participating in that, I will be doing it before the end of the month. I promise, Christine. I have a big old Thanksgiving holiday to get it filmed and edited.
Good plan. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with us today. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, whatever time it is for you. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, as well as click all the links to find all of these lovely people down below. And I'll see you guys soon with another video. I promise I'm actually going to edit something. Bye. Peace out, Bear Scouts.
Bye.
I don't think she ended it.
Thanos got her. So we're just here now,
Does
eh?
anyone have Bree's phone number?
Oh,
Hang on. I'm back. I clicked the wrong button. I just hit the wrong button, and it took me back to the page before this one. So it signed me out.
I was just kind of resigning myself to inevitably living in this stream and being like, all right, guys, come with me while I eat trash for dinner.
Yeah, I
need to go quantum realm while we wait for Bree to get back.
Instead of clicking the button, I hit the back arrow on my keyboard, so it like went back to the previous tab. It's fine. Okay, peace out, Bear Scouts, for real this time.